this teaching, I want to look at the Lord's Prayer and show you what it says about his character. So first, let's look at the Lord's Prayer. We can find it in Matthew 6, 9 through 13. And Jesus says to his apostles when they ask him how to pray, he says, "Pray then in this way, Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have also forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." I find that I can represent this prayer with a crown, and how appropriate, because he is the king, right? So let's look at how this prayer can be represented by the crown to better understand God. So first of all, the first line, "Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be your name." This speaks to God's character. He is our Father, and hallowed really means to cherish, to be exalted. He's holy. And so that's the foundation of the crown, the base of the crown, and everything else rests on that character. So remember his character, and all of the rest of these things come out of that character. So the next line, "Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." This is referring to his kingdom, and his kingdom here on earth, for things to be done on earth as it is in heaven. So because of God's character, he brings us heaven on earth. The next line, "Give us this day our daily bread," that's provision. Whatever it is that you need on any given day, he provides for you like any good father will, and certainly like a king can, because he has access to it. So every day he provides for us. Again, because of his character. The next line, "And forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors." So he offers us forgiveness, and that comes out of his character. We don't have to earn it. We don't have to do a certain amount of cartwheels or stand on our head or do certain things other than turn to him and ask for that and receive it, because it is freely given. And then also it reminds us to offer forgiveness to others, because we want to be more like Christ. But we can see that we receive that forgiveness simply because of who he is. "And lead us not into temptation." That's guidance. He uses his staff and his rod, right? They comfort me, and he guides me that way to keep me away from dangerous places, to keep me out of sinful situations, to keep me on track, trying to go through the narrow gate. So again, because of his character and because of his love for us, because he is our Father, our King, he guides us along the way. And finally, "Deliver us from evil," and that's protection. So even if we stray off of the path, if we're not necessarily listening to the guidance that he gives us, but we do stray, he does protect us. So all of these things come from his character. He protects us. He is our great protector. We can pray for a hedge of protection around us, and that is really coming from God. So let's look at this as a whole. "Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be your name." Character. "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Kingdom, heaven on earth. "Give us this day our daily bread." Provision. "Forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors." Forgiveness. "Lead us not into temptation." Guidance. "Deliver us from evil." Protection. So all five of these things arise, just like from the base of the crown, arise from God's character. And so knowing God's character lets me know that I have access to all five of these things that he is very happy to and willing to give to me. So here's what I recommend using with this prayer. Spend some time meditating on each aspect of the prayer. Sometimes we can recite the prayer and it's just rote and we didn't really connect with it. We just were saying the words. So really looking at each part of that and really diving deeper into each part of that. So the character, the kingdom, the provision, all of that, just spend some time meditating on each aspect of those. And I just encourage you to solidify your understanding of God's character. This is just one passage in Scripture that speaks of his character. So really understanding his character more, the more solid that foundation is in his character, the easier it is for me to trust him and have that faith and rely on him in all of the provision. And I just encourage you to watch how he responds to you based on his character, just to have more evidence. It's one thing to know it because I read it, and it's another thing to know it because I experienced it. And you're experiencing his provision, his protection, his guidance, all of those things every day. But if we're not noticing, then we don't necessarily get the benefit of having that deeper experience, that connection with him, and really knowing that that's who he is and how he's treating us. And I just encourage you to rest in knowing that he does have all of these things for you, instead of striving for them or trying to do it of your own strength, to rest on his character and know that he has those provisions for you. Notice when he provides each aspect. So I try to notice, oh, he just guided me, thank you. He just provided for me, thank you. And I try to be thankful for even the small things. If I can't be thankful for the small things, I just, if I did something for my child and he wasn't appreciative, okay, a little bit would be nice, right? So I want to honor him and glorify him for even the small things that he does for me. Oh, which leads to the next one, which is express gratitude. Just to acknowledge it, and that's relationship, right? If I do something nice for you and you acknowledge it and express gratitude, that's us building our relationship. So I just encourage you to watch for those and express some type of gratitude to him. Pray the Lord's Prayer regularly. I try to pray it twice a day, in the morning and then again at night. It doesn't always happen. I'm not perfect, but that's my intention, so that it just gets deeper and deeper into my soul, so that it becomes part of my language, part of how I think about things, and that just takes repetition. Also, I encourage you to change the words of the prayer, not so that you change the meaning, but so that it makes it more personal and it's in your own language, so that you're capturing the aspect and the intention behind each of those aspects, but maybe making it your own. And that may make it easier for you to remember it, to recite it, or to just let it sink deeper into your heart. So I just encourage you to bathe in his character, and the more you bathe in his character, I believe the more you get to reap his blessings, and his blessings are beyond comprehension. So I wish this for you, and I bless you.